Here's the old unit torn apart. Tony just said off camera, but it's a testament that he made it all the way here.
About 3 or 4 of us doing things like this, so 10 out of 10, nothing bad's gonna happen. So y'all stay tuned. I do have a surprise that you don't know about, Mr. Coulson.
What is that?
You haven't seen this.
Spick and span, right?
That's the plane.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Welcome back to CF Diesel and welcome back to Unrivaled Diesel, because here we are back in Chris's shop, and as you can see to the right of me, we have a 68 RFE build already ready to slap in the truck. You saw last video, we did some burnouts, had some fun, but we lost 5th and 6th coming up here actually, and this is gonna be our remedy, this is gonna be our fix. And we're gonna cover this kind of in detail, all the install, kind of the breakdown of what this transmission has in it, what it has in it to make or to hold 850 horsepower. That's what it's rated at, maybe a little bit more if we slap on it. But we got this mega cab pulled in, ready to pick up. Everything's good to go on that engine side. And so we're gonna get lifted up, start taking things apart. But just doing a quick little intro showing you we got the unit in hand, ready to go. So stay tuned for this video. It's gonna be a fun install. We're gonna have driving afterwards. We gotta do a relearn process. We gotta get some break-in miles underneath her. And then we're gonna send it to Texas Truck Showdown in San Angelo. So it's gonna be a busy rest of the week. So hang in there for this one. And we're gonna go ahead and get started and slapping this in the truck. All right guys, so let's go over the unit in detail. Before we go over the unit, want to remind y'all that we already have a valve body in there. In this factory transmission in the truck, so we're going to reuse that and drop the pan on this one once we get everything raised up. But as far as what is sitting here on the table, we got our torque converter, we got our flex plate, and we actually have a built sealed unit. But I was going to let Chris kind of go over what are the meat and potatoes that make this transmission what it is, why this transmission is so desirable, and kind of your best seller from the shop, right?
Okay, great. Well, thanks for y'all watching and tuning in. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. This is a bad boy. It's a 68 RFE, 6-speed. It's the same thing like 07.5 to 18, and then the 19 and yours. We have our billet flex plate from Valair. These are absolutely amazing. They're way, way beefier. They're SFI certified for the racers in you. They have 12 bolts, which is great for, again, the racers in you. These are an amazing unit. Put these in all of them. Same thing here. This is a triple disc 68 torque converter that we get from Valair, and Valair contracts them through Phil Taylor at DPC Torque Converter. So this is basically a DPC converter painted green. Dan Valance is right down the street from me, like 20 or 30 minutes, and I love to support Texans. So that's a DPC converter in Texas. And then this bad boy, it's just a 68. You can't even tell right now, but this consists of the 68 RevMax billet oiled Marizing intermediate shaft, or no, input shaft. It's a whole handful. It's the best input shaft on the market they offer. Then we have their 850 drum on there that's all loaded out with the support. Then we have the 2C4C billet piston and all. We got the spray. We got all the stuff here. This bad boy should rip. This is the same thing we put in Deadman, which it did. It was a dually on 35 1250s and did 800 on Tune 4 with the hood closed and air filter. So pretty sure that's about a 900 horse recipe on the street, and this thing should be capable of something like that. We definitely know that Coulson's gonna find out. There's no doubt in that. So there's some really good stuff in here. Once we take his valve body out, we're gonna cut and clean it. We'll get this unit in, and then I'll show you the drum and all the cool things you can see inside the transmission. Obviously, we do a few of them. We stay pretty busy with the transmissions and the engines and all that fun stuff. So it's gonna be a fun time. We got the event coming up in a few days. There's about 3 or 4 of us doing things like this. So 10 out of 10, nothing bad's gonna happen. So y'all stay tuned. I do have a surprise that you don't know about, Mr. Coulson.
What is that?
You haven't seen this.
Oh, this, let me take a look. Transmission cooler.
Bingo.
It looks like, so these are pretty new to the market, right?
Yeah. We've probably only done a dozen. This is, you get to take it, you get to open this bad boy up and tell me your review. And you get to install it. It's a weird scenario. All right.
All right, guys, so this is quite the surprise because look at it right here. Just look how thick it is. It's gonna hold all the heat, exchange all the heat, keep those transmissions temperatures down whenever we go and party and have fun. Here's everything. You can see it's sealed, packaged good. But the big difference is come look over here at the factory transmission cooler. So this is gonna be a major upgrade. It's gonna fit right in here, just enough room. So yeah, that's all the parts that we need to party, have fun, and do high horsepower things and hold the power. So we found a halfway point, which is also a good time to talk about the guts. We talked about kind of the internals and everything, but now you're getting to see them. You get to see something bright red. We got the other valve body, or we got my built valve body pulled out. We're gonna check that, but Chris is gonna go over, see what we have to party with inside.
Yeah, this is a great unit. So we'll start off, we have the RevMax Rising input, the big input. We talked about that. You still can't see much there, but what you can see is the 850 drum. So that's the big boy, the expensive one. And I buy it loaded with the center support and everything in it. And then we got the 2C4C piston, the big steel one. That bad boy right there will chop your fingers off if you let it. And then there's a roller sprag in the back. You can't see all that and all the other little billet parts and goodies.
So just a good little halfway point to see everything firsthand, up close, live in action, and then we'll get this pulled apart. This has been in the truck for probably about 15,000 miles, burnouts, under heavy throttle, so just want to check on that. And then this is everything rolled over. Riley's still over there. We got the truck pulled up, so we're gonna get ready to drop the trans, but just wanted to cover this in full, in detail, and go from there. Oh, look at that.
Easy peasy.
All right, guys, just like that, we have the whole unit pulled. We can see everything that comes factory from Dodge. We pulled it with the transfer case. We didn't have the DEF bracket, so it made it pretty easy. Everything came out as one unit. Dirty, but it got us up here, so I can't fault it that much. Underneath the truck, we are wide open all the way from the back, the flex plate right here, all the way to our rear axle. We have no drive line, except we do have the 5-inch exhaust. So pretty smooth. Off to a hot start this morning. So we'll get this flex plate pulled off, and then it's time to go back with all the new parts. So moving right along, and we'll keep on trucking away. Well, what's the verdict?
Looks good.
Looks good? Awesome.
Clean them up, put them back together.
Well, we just got the transmission pulled all the way out, so looks like we're...
Well, by the time he gets done with that flywheel and a couple other little things, I should have this guy put together and ready to go back in.
spick and span, right?
That's the plan.
Here's the difference between the new flex plate that's going in and the factory one. You can see just how thin it is. You can kind of hear how thin it is too, and then you tap on this one. It's just super solid versus... So, there's the main difference. This is going to be a huge upgrade to what was already in there. New flex plate is in. Those are hand tight right now, but we're going to torque them to 125 foot. All right, guys, so we got everything slapped back together. We got the new unit right here, transfer case right here, and then, as you saw, new flex plate. So now, all it is just gonna stab it back in the truck, put everything back together, plug everything in, and then we will do first fire and all that good stuff. Put you back on a tripod, let y'all watch that, and then we'll catch up when we fire the truck up, and then do some relearn and the fun part of driving it. Here's the old unit torn apart. Tony just said off camera, but it's a testament that he made it all the way here because this is glazed 100% smooth. And he said, so this is overdrive clutches, and then this is the underdrive, so 1 through 4. And he said even this is looking a little
Yeah,
iffy.
that's smoke too. Yeah, that, you know, there's nothing there.
No material.
And it's beveled. You know,
Yeah.
if you can see it, all these are smooth. Yep.
Well, that is awesome. So when you second gen swap or you just add any power to a stock 68, this is what it looks like if you're not careful.
This is what's going to happen.
Fun stuff. All right, guys, so after a lot of time lapse, transmission stabbed back in. So we're gonna get the transmission cooler, the Fat Daddy, put inside right here. And then it is time for test driving. But wanted to give a little update. We got the grill coming off. Yeah, so not much longer before we are out on the road testing it, doing a relearn inside the shop, and then we'll see what it has in it. Now that we have both of them on the table, here is a great comparison. So we're swapping over fittings right now, take them from your factory trans cooler, and then we're gonna get this thing slapped in there, and we're never gonna see anything over 160. So we have the truck fired up, we stuck it in neutral, getting all the fluid dumped inside of it. We have the scan tool hooked up, so we're gonna do a quick relearn, and then we're gonna take it on test drive and see what it does. So you can see behind me, we got the truck, it's running. It just went on its first maiden voyage with Tony. He had to take it out there, get the first feel of it. But now it's my turn to drive it, but he said it's certified. We're gonna do some more breaking in miles, some more breaking in passes. We got good road to do it on. It is lunchtime, so we're gonna drive to lunch, do a little break-in period, kill it, drive it back, and then kind of take it for a lap. But right now she sounds good. We did the quick relearn and everything is good, in order, ready to go. So can't really tell on the outside of the truck if we did anything, but we will hop in there and we'll throw it in gear and we'll see how she shifts. Just hearing it come back, you can definitely tell it hit lockup and it drew the RPM down. So excited to drive it, feel the difference, and be able to put full power to the ground, not have to worry about 5 and 6, and then 1 through 4, same thing. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get multiple passes, kind of talk about the driving process of breaking it in and keeping this transmission healthy through the life of the truck. So let's go. So we just got back from lunch. We're flashing in a new tune file. You can see we got the EFI Live hooked up, fun stuff. Let that go across. That'll be 15 minutes or so, and then we'll drive it on the new tune file. That new tune file is just to match kind of the way that, you know, Chris specs out the transmissions, and we make sure that we have the tune talking to the trans talking to the tune, everything meshes together just well. And we'll continue to put more break-in miles, just drive by myself and just go through the process. We're gonna hold, you know, 30% throttle, 40% throttle, 50% throttle, and just let it go all the way through all the gears and let coast and downshift. And that's gonna be the plan. It may take an hour or so, but just to make sure that when we leave here, the transmission is good to go 100%. That's the break-in procedure. That's what Chris said we got to do, and that's what we're going to do. So awesome time up here so far. Really smooth install, really smooth teardown, and everything in terms of electrical and relearn right now is well underway and going good. All right, guys, so we're in the truck. We're going to drive it. We just got done boost leak checking it while we had it pulled into a bay. Didn't see any big leaks, so we're going to drive it. We're going to go back and forth, up and down the side road, just banging through gears, banging through gears, banging through gears, and it's going to learn that. We're going to shut it off, let it store all the data, and then fire the truck back up, go by the gas station, get a Red Bull, spend the rest of the afternoon in the truck driving it. So I'm going to hold the phone, drive. I adjusted our throttle position sensor, so we have that instead of engine load. I may go ahead and change the fuel rail pressure to the engine load. I don't know. I'm kind of glad I found that. Chris said that that's what it's called. I was looking for throttle position sensor, kind of like you do in a second gen, but we'll just drive. You'll be able to feel it. Has a pretty firm lockup in third, and then we just need to keep on getting values while shifting. So let's go ahead, take her out on the road, stick her in gear, and we are in drive. First gear. Just normal driving. Our trans temperature is at 111 right now, and the truck is dinging because I don't have my seatbelt on. So we're gonna go to the right, and then we're gonna go back down the other side of the interstate. Do fun stuff like that. So here we go. First gear. We're gonna do about 40% throttle. Sixth gear, 72 miles an hour, and then we'll just let it coast, downshift, and then we just want to cycle through all the gears, change, upshift, downshift, apply throttle again, but kind of coast here, come to back down to third. Actually, we really want to go in first. So let's bring her to another stop right here. And then say that we missed our turn and we need to go straight. There's first, and let's do it again. There's locked. There's fourth. There we go. So all firm, clean, crisp shifts, and it'll only get better over time. Come on, shift to 6 so I don't run into, there we go. And then we got a semi coming out in front of us up there. But overall, we're just gonna keep maintaining that right there. Just bang, 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 coast, let it downshift, apply throttle, stop, bang, bang, bang. And then the truck will start to learn that. And then we're gonna cut the truck off, let it store all that in the ECM, go in there, get a snack, get a Red Bull, and then we'll just go back to the shop, drop that off, and just keep doing that the rest of the afternoon. Try to put as many miles on it as we can before we get on the road and we're just sitting in 6th gear on the way home, because that doesn't really count in terms of breaking in the transmission, getting the transmission relearned for the truck. So we're gonna continue to do this. We'll catch up with you once we get back to the shop. All right, Chris, so that is gonna wrap up today. We just got done putting a bunch of relearn miles on it, a bunch of test driving hits, but overall the truck is doing fantastic. Definitely, you can tell a difference from driving it up here. It feels solid, putting power to the ground, and about as good a day as possible as you can have up here, and super excited to see what it does. Still going to do some break-in miles on the way home, but everything came out just fine. We got the transmission slapped up in there. No real hurdles. The transmission temperature never got over 138 while doing the relearn miles. We went to lunch in it. Chris got to ride in it, and overall, fun project to accomplish today. It's been a long time coming. Super excited to have this part done, and looking forward to adding fuel, injectors, CP3, and then also for this weekend coming up. So appreciate you letting me come up here and work at a good pace, use the resources, and appreciate always the collab that we have, the relationship that we have.
Absolutely. And
continue to progress on.
That's good. You always learn every time you're here, and you improve, and I'm just glad to be a part of the journey.
Yes, sir. So we will catch you here. A quick turnaround, right? Saturday is out there in St. Angela.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to work, live a regular life for 2 days, and then we'll be out there doing truck things. There's a Friday night event that me and a buddy are going to go to, and then Saturday's all day racing, and then a burnout pit and all that fun stuff. So we're going to have a fun weekend. Hopefully by then I have enough break-in miles on this that we can do some full throttle hits. I stayed in tune 1 for all the test passes going back and forth down the side road. So we'll, progressively start adding power, and then we'll be able to lay on her. So excited to see that. But overall, great experience. So #1 diesel shop in Texas, Unrivaled Diesel. So come here for all your diesel needs, not just the transmission, service, repair, full builds, and they have the whole entire works. So they'll treat you like family every time you come up here. So that'll close out this video. Appreciate you watching along, following along on the channel. And as always, be sure to comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Boss out.
See ya.